Something you're very used to. So what's the process been like for you?
Yeah, definitely. It was a little bit weird. Go back home without knows I had the belt because my belt's at home. Not going anywhere, you know. So the feeling like to realize I don't have the belt anymore was a little bit weird for me.
Yeah. When you look back on it, I mean, what happened that night? Was it just a bad night for you? Is it NH? You was just a better fighter? I mean, what happened?
Honestly, I feel like it was a combination of a lot of things, you know. Like we go into a lot of things as a fighter, and especially injuries and go try to train with injuries, all those things. And I take a look back on my training camp, prepare for Julianna, was a mess. If you look back, the first fight I had COVID, you know, and I was doing good in that camp, and then I get COVID and I have to stop, you know, to like really start over. And finally I start over, I get a couple issues, you know, that I have to go through weekly, but I don't want to let that fight go again. So I thought, no, it would look good if I let that fight fall through one more time. So, and like I put it, what I was so bad about me, I tried to put it aside, but like I don't have a very good camp. That was the honest thing. I tried to put in my head, you know, I was ready, I was like 100%, but I was lying to myself. That is exactly what it was. But as a fighter, you know, as a war, I want to like fight. Like I just want to do that. I'm gonna fight whatever. If I have injury, like. But at this level, you cannot do those stupid moves, you know. So I pay for. I'm supposed to like let the fight felt to me, get 100% again, and fight Julianna. You know, and I know Julianna is a very tough opponent. You know, I know that could have a chance to happen because my timing was very off. I didn't even was be able to spar him in my camp. So how I get my timing is in sparring, you know, trainings, all those things. And I didn't, you know, I didn't. And sparring many times. If I did, it was 1 or 2, or 2, 3 sparring. So that was very hard for me and worried me about it a little bit. But I was doing all the things, you know, trying to put in my head like, no, we're gonna, you know, do this in this way, different style. But I'm faithful, you know, those. Unfortunately, sometimes we do dumb things, you know, and especially in that level that I am, I'm supposed to do those mistakes, you know.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, because you say dumb things, so when you look back, do you regret that you did fight, or do you say, well, I'm a warrior, that's what you're supposed to do, I'm proud of myself that I did fight?
I feel like both. I feel both. I feel like sometimes I say, man, I really should listen to my doctor. You know, he told me in the first thing, like, let me handle it through the doctor. With UFC, and then I tell them exactly what you're going through right now, and you have to have time to rest, recovery, if you know you're not going to perform as well. I was like fighting with my doctor, said like, you're not going to do that. You don't have my permission to do that, we're going to fight. And so I went back to his office, and then he looked at me like, I told you. So now, after watching the fight as well, you know, I always had a hard time for a little bit to watch the fight because I was like, I don't know what happened, you know, like I keep lying to myself, you know, after the fight still, like, I don't know what happened. And one day, you know, like, you should watch your fight, you know, stop like blame yourself, just sit down and watch and see what is going on in your head at that time, maybe you remember. And yeah, I sit down. Actually, I got caught. In the beginning of the second round, I don't know if it was a jump, overhand, if it was I don't know what that move was, but for me it looked like a jump, like overhand, got right here. It's like, that was at the end. I don't would be able to recover after that. And I told him, like, I felt dizzy because I never got caught before. If you ask me like how got caught feel, I never would answer because I never got caught before. So when I looked at the fight, when I got caught, I lost everything. I lost my balance. My vision was a little bit like blurry too. And from that moment, everything went downhill. And then And then I talked to him, when I got on the floor, like, I was like, I already was done. And realizing, watch the fight and how everything was played in my head after that got caught. Yeah, like everybody say like I was tired and everything. Okay, if you look at me and then say like your timing was off, yeah, I didn't train well for the fight. Of course, you didn't show up 100%, but I did got caught. She really connected a good one, and then I'll be able to recover.
So now you get the rematch. I'm curious, do you have like maybe a little respect for her that she took this? Because she could be like, hey, I beat the goat, I'm done, I'm gonna go face somebody
But
else.
it's not about her. You know, like what I did for this sport is more than what you know, like she beat me, yes, awesome. But like I didn't fight that day. You know, no boys like, oh, she could celebrate that much because she know I didn't show up 100%. You know, and UFC doing this for me. You know, they know. You know, if I didn't accept this, Julianna, they would have done it. I feel like, you know, because what happened that fight and what I did for this sport is like make history, you know. History has been made, so nobody did it before, and I don't see nobody doing it. And yeah, I feel like we're gonna see each other again. I'm gonna be 100%. I'm gonna listen to my doctor, you know, and I'm gonna do everything I'm supposed to be done before that fight, and I'm just gonna step in the cage 100%.